Hello, we're live and of course waiting. There it goes. So we're in the game. We've got our goal of trying to force our way into Heavensward. So we're gonna go from there and see what happens. I turned up the game volume a little bit since I noticed it was kind of quiet in the recordings. But otherwise, we're back at it. Let's see. Now, it's unlikely we'll get any of these extra ones, which was those three, but we'll slap them on the queue just in case. Because I think those are the only ones we had. Yeah. Ultimate Ballad, and then we got some levies that One March Extreme is not on there. Huh. Okay, well, anywho. Right, I've got some levies in Central Shroud because I was leveling up Blue Mage. We'll go there and we'll go to Central. We'll just do those real quick and then we'll get back into the story. In theory, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound alerts things. I just haven't had time to fiddle with that at the moment, so I will fiddle with that tomorrow when I'm off. They will, in theory, work, but they haven't seemed like they've been working correctly, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Here we go. We're going to fly over here. We're going to start whichever one of these is this. Shroom with a view. Okay. Shroom, initiate. Let's fight things. There we go. And there's micro chews, so we have to get them out of the way by murder. Hey, sleepy. Oh boy, goes right. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. Mainly we're just doing this because, you know, leveling up Blue Mage is fun. The side thing. Not entirely necessary, but we're gonna do it anyways. And then we'll get back into the yield main storyline. We just have a quest to turn in for that. Oh no, it's bees! I still have not actually gotten any more attacks. Honestly, I guess I should go hunting for things. But I haven't. Because I'm not really intending on doing Blue Mage. It's just kind of a silly hee-hee-hee. Guess I could, but I don't have any real interest in Blue Mage, especially since, like, in theory you cannot use it for rest of stuff, so. Once we get Machinist, I'm not going to bother with Blue Mage anymore, I'll just be doing that. Go. And he's dead. 2 more logs and this levy will be done. 1 new enemy appears. Where? Oh, there he is. It's like, it's an enemy here somewhere. And last log. Ta-da! Levy complete. Now we just get teleported to the guide, turn it in. Collect rewards. I don't care about the weird armor, because I don't use that armor. got the... Oh, I do have 2, don't I? Let's knock them out. They're in my quest log. I don't want to have them taking up space and then... Should actually, items... Greens here. There we go. And which one are we in? Turning out the blight. Initiate. There we go. And now for murder. Man, these mages sure have it easy. I got 1 ability. Hello, how's it going? I'm just doing some little fiddly farting around before I go back to main storyline stuff. Oh, I got irritated. Illegal. There he goes. He's dead. Let's find more sluggabugs. Ah, they're over here. Yep. I haven't gotten more blue magey stuff, so I've only just got the little water cannon. Like a basic mage. I have 1 move, but it's a good one. Plus finishing these levies will get more experience from the chocobo, which we want to max out the chocobo so I can get the chocobo soup, and that'll be fun. Oh, I got hit by that. Rude. 3 more. Technically 2 more after this, because this guy's going to die soon. Being interrupted, I can see it fine. And we got him. Nice. Okay. Last sluggabug. There we go. Sluggabug defeated. Woo. And we actually will not, because we can just initiate this one. Because we're right here. Oh. A zombie! Why are zombies there? This is a forest. There's no zombies in the forest. That's weird. Oh, they're a little higher level than me. But we'll be fine. Okay, why didn't that ability go off? Oh, well, he's dead. Hooray. Area secure. Cool. So the next sparkly point. Okay. 2 enemies. Ooh, a skeleton. These are my levels, so that'll be fine. A white whaler. We're whalers on the moon. There he goes. He's perished. And if it would be so kind as that, there we go. Take the thing. Next area. You sense an unsettling presence. 1 enemy. Big zombie. Okay. Well, let's addle it so it won't do quite so much damage this time. Because last time it hit pretty hard, and that was rude. There we go. Ah, right. Don't walk out without securing it. Lastly, we have another one over this way. There we go. Wow. You sense settling presence. Let's see what we get. 2 skeletons. Time for water lasers. My chocobo is set up as a healer, so does not benefit me when I am a magey type character, but it's fine. Allows me to keep killing faster. There we go. And secured. And now we'll teleport back. Because we can turn them both in. 2 more levies done. There we go. There's that one. And there's that one. Woo. Okay, so we're 12 for the Blue Mage. Achievement, uphill battle. Let's see what that one was. Ah, 10 levy quests, 10 regional levy quests. Okay, cool. Anyways, back to Dragoon. And off we go. We have one to turn in there at the Black Shroud over here. Moving on. Yeah, it would help if I do that. Forgot to start the timer. That timer is what's going on right now. It's called Suffering or Stockholm, in which I have to play to make that timer go down on stream. That is the only way the timer goes down. It has to be on stream. And every 500 bits or gifted sub adds another hour to the timer. As you can see, it's over a day. Well, neither of those are particularly good for me. I'll take the money. Let's see. I believe we're going to go see a new primal. This, Garbage. The one returns and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have identified the location where the summoned Lord Rama. Good. Escort this person to the Scions. Please come with me. Alright. Let's go. We're gonna go say hi to Rama. Because everybody keeps summoning primals all over the place. Although in theory, these ones have already had their primal up and running, but their primal is quote unquote less violent and not aggressive. Which, you know, sure. Okay. Doubt. But, you know, whatever. So I'm just gonna care for now. Touched ones. Okay. I have flight, so this is really irrelevant. Cause I can just fly and avoid all this stuff. I don't gotta walk. Just fly over here. Seems silly. Where are they at? Ah, here we go. And again, I can just fly at this point. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Now see, that makes sense. They don't want to get too much farther in. They might get, they might be touched, and then they'll be under the control of the primal. That would be bad. That's fair. Perfectly reasonable. Oh, wow, we got Thancred and everybody here. Maybe another one of those sylph tricksters, I swear. Them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics. I wonder if I was able to finish my measurements. No person hitting you suddenly showed up. Eh. Alright, so we now are definitely sure Ramu is here. Back that way. Which again, I could have just walked over there directly or flown there because I have, you know, flight. I wonder if this is just like stuff that wasn't in the game at the time. So this is now just kind of leftover content, which would make sense, but it still feels kind of jank. That one has the mask. That's a higher up. Oh yeah, don't tell them, hey, we're here to speak to Ramu. Just be like, you know, show up with weapons and stuff. Oh, poised. That's me. Cool. Well, that's certainly an entrance. Dang, look at that beard. That's an impressive beard. The mightiest of beards.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
Yeah, I killed all those.
I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest.
Cool.
Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
Diplomatic community came to say hi. You know, the usual.
Redanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
Wow, rude. I came here saying I wasn't gonna stab you, and you had a hissy fit.
Yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was
Well, we wanted to set up a formal treaty saying that we're not gonna go in here, and then you had a hissy fit of it.
Turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
Okay.
Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
Well, that's actually pretty shitty.
Thy conflict hath brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Okay, that's what we're going for.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
Probably. That would be
It
on
would
par.
explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
I mean, I'm pretty simple. I show up, stab things for money.
Portendeth tragedy. Wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Yeah, that's what they paid me for.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to
Why does it look like it's been chewed on a bit? Well,
thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
not really. I'm not that deep.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my...
A new dungeon.
Thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony. I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting,
Oh, fun. Cool. So is there going to be a dungeon to fight against Rama? Huh.
Come to me.
Okay. Yeah, no. Dungeon to fight Rama. Alright. Sounds good to me. Already fought a Moogle.
Urianger. It is rare.
Yeah. I like that sound effect.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings.
Nerd. Ryanje. Hi, I'm a turbo nerd.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou...
Oh yeah, sure. Fine, whatever. You know the rules. Give me a buck, I'll do it. Alright, so that probably means the new quest is, yep. A new duty finder to add, so I'll have to do that. Nothing's happened there, so we will just go ahead and withdraw and add striking tree. There we go. And that should be like 5 minutes or so. And then we'll do that one. Yay. Oh, yes, I should have my food buff going. So I'm not some weirdo that shows up unbuffed to battle. There we go. Okay, so now we just have to wait a few minutes. Probably only a couple of 3. They've been pretty quick recently. I mean, I do want to do the other ones to finish out those quests. Like, I would like to do that. But I haven't had any luck with that at the moment, so... There we go. Alright. Yes, I come in peace, but also I'm gonna come here and kill a lot of your stuff. Just don't mind me. Stab my way there. There we go. Yeet. Yep. Yeah, yes, peace. Accidentally murders one on the way by. It's alright, it's fine. They're god possessed. They don't count. Says this game. Weird. Once again, stun does nothing half the time. Why do we even have a stun button if it almost never does a thing? That always annoys me. It's like having the elemental stuff and then having bosses be immune to elemental stuff. Why even have it in the game? At least with Skull, when they added the stuff like Poison and Bleed, they're like, yeah, that's super lame when bosses can't be affected by that kind of thing. So we added that in and made sure they could. Like, okay, fair enough. Because, like, otherwise, why even bother to have it? You're just wasting everyone's time. So we're just wasting a couple minutes while we wait for the thing to become active. And we'll go through our nice little run. Fight Rama. The proof that we're here for peace. We're going to fight a god. Peacefully. With stabs. As you do. All this just to get to Heavensward. That is, after all, the intent. Because once we get to Heavensward, I can become a machinist. Yay! Ah, there we go. All complete. That went faster than expected. It seems like there's a thingy over here. Ah, there you go. Sure. Episode of the party. Let's go outside the patch so the scouts and then finish them off. What? There you go. Why did you attack me, you silly thing? Well, now we have to sit here and fight them. Ooh. Their level is no longer... Why is it no longer... Okay. Well, fine. Let's do some murders real quick. Ah, okay. Stop that. There we go. Okay. Now we can... There we go. So now we murder the Guardians. Oh, right. Yes, I'm the level. I don't have that ability. There we go. Ah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Jacko was native to the area. Alright, well. As long as the sylphs aren't attacking me, I don't care. Early in murder time. Sir, there you go. Targeting's a little long. There we go. As long as I'm not getting blasted by the sylphs. Good way to waste time. Average wait time is still going. A lot of times it's like, yes, this is the average wait time, and it has nothing to do with what the actual time will be. So we'll see how long it actually takes us to get in here. Hello. I mean, it certainly did. It went up to over a day. So, you know, time is a weird thing. That is 1 day and 45 minutes. Our current time on the mark. Why is it not going? Huh. Weird. Okay, cool. I have to putz with that. Great. Okay. Why are you not going? Oh. Yes, timer does not appear to be timing, so I guess we'll reset it. And we'll just do 1 day, and it would be 15 minutes. Oh, yes, I have to do the have to set things up again, because of course I do. And Okay. There we go. All good. Or not. Why is it not counting? No, no. Why are you like? Doom did, yes, but now it's now the timer is being futzy. It's worked all this time. And now it has just decided that it doesn't want to work. Okay, really? Really? Why? You've worked for weeks. Oh, goodness. Okay, well. Yeah. I'm not going to pay attention to that thing. I'm just going to go back to town, because apparently I need to sit here and work on this. Are you gonna timer? How did you just stop timering? Why? Oh, I'm gonna headbutt a wall. Of course you're gonna be like this. It's literally worked for weeks. Oh, sure, of course. 1:15. Start. It's not working. Of course it's not working. Why wouldn't it? Properties. Isn't it a local file? Oh no, I didn't think. Sorry, I have to sit here and see like that. Alright, well, after this, I'll futz with it more. Let's go with stuff. Wow, that's a neat music. Okay, that shouldn't hit me, but it's fine. I'll get our health back quickly. Ah, I have terror. I am no longer able to move. Ow. This seems like it's actually pretty straightforward, so that's neat. I feel like I probably need to kill these things, because that's usually the way it goes. And they seem like they're doing extra damage, so... There we go. That's one down. Wow. Neat. That probably would have been bad. Ooh, those are lightning. That's lightning. Alright, let's smash these guys. No judgment, only smash. Not what I meant to do, but it's fine. Oh, he's dead. Oh, stop. Thanks, dude. When you have the little circle thingy around you, don't get near other people. Alright, looks like we almost got him. Hey, we did it. And two, what was it? Dogs? Hmm. Cool. Alright. So we've done that. Hooray! Timer is still not working. Not sure why.
I have taken thy measure, bringer up.
Oh, cool. I've determined to be not evil by beating him senseless.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realms beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin.
A regrettable act. I mean, yeah, but they did ask me to stab him. And it's not like they won't just resummon him
Witnessing
again.
thy struggle, the truth hath been revealed unto me. But let us conclude our present business. I shall...
Oh, good. Tell me your stories, oh nerd. They're just gonna resummon him, so I don't even feel bad about that. Okay. So we're going to go down here. And I'm not really sure why this has decided to what's up so much. So the I wonder if I do this, this, and that, will it fix itself? No, it didn't. Okay. Properties, it's not a local one. Okay. The end. Sorry, trying to do some tech support. All right, on the. Okay. Unzip. Oh. Settings, like it should be all good. And at this point, it would be I don't know why it's decided not to work. Look in the browser. Okay, add the timer, right click. Talk where we wish, install a timer. Sources, browser add. Do not click the local thing. Yeah, I don't know. As far as I know, this thing should be working. It just doesn't appear to be. I don't know. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I know that OBS updated and it appears to have borked up my timer. And I'm not sure why. 1 day, 5 minutes. Okay. All right. You just, what is wrong with it? Why doesn't it want to be? Let me check something. Maybe it just doesn't like having days. Bruh. Wow, it is just okay. Now it's behaving. Sort of. 0, 1. Okay, it's working now. I didn't do anything, it's just working now. So sure, whatever. Tech support. Okay. Fine. That's fine. This is fine. I'm okay. I'm extremely mad. I don't know why things aren't working. The stupid sound thing has been jank. I don't even know why that's not behaving, because it thinks it's behaving, but then nothing happens when people play the sound things. Alright. There we go. Yes, we fought the god of knowledge, and he said, "Fist fight me, bro." And that sure was a thing. Okay. I'm not sure why the god of wisdom and knowledge said, "Fight me, bro," but he sure did. So we did, and now the timer stopped. Why did the timer stop? What? It was just working. You guys saw it, right? Like legit. Why did it stop working? Oh, I don't understand. Okay. It's just really weird about specific things. Like, is there some setting that I don't know about that's making it, like, futz up? It doesn't seem like there's it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and fiddle with it. Just, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm not gonna get frustrated by tech stuff again. I really dislike when it's like, oh yeah, this works perfectly fine, except it won't because we don't feel like it. Is there a reason for it? No. Just not gonna do it. I just want to get to the new area. That's all I want. And it stopped at the minute mark. Why is it not counting down a minute? I don't get that. Yeah, it's just not. You're really frustrating me, you stupid timer. It's really not having a good time. Okay. For some reason, it is just absolutely having a little meltdown over having a day. For some reason, it just doesn't like that. Even though it's worked it's worked for 2 streams in a row, but now suddenly it doesn't.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for I am informed that your effort.
Yes, we fought Rama, and that was peace? Question mark.
Ramu made trial of you. I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts.
Always the darkness within us. No, I'm just gothic. Rude. I feel like I'm more straightforward than the rest of these guys because I'm honest with what I'm here for. They pay me to do quests. Let's see if it turns over to a minute. Nope. Why does it not like 59? Oh my god, why are you being such a piece of shit? Is it just because it's too long? It might be because it's too long. No, it just doesn't like to roll over. I'm not going to sit here and reset this every freaking minute. Why are you being such a problem child? I don't know why it's having such a problem child. We'll see what happens.
Yet the ties which bind the alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
You're talking under self-interest. You want to make sure the cabbages don't nuke you.
So too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time.
You don't have common purpose. You've made explicitly sure that you didn't.
This new sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I feel.
Yes, we treat people like terrible savages and awful when, you know, they've tried to rebel and free themselves under the yoke of the things that we specifically said we don't like.
I thank you for
oh my goodness, it's working now. Sure. It just didn't. Okay. Cool. Alright, well, it seems like it's behaving again. It just had a little stupid there for a hot second. but it seems like it's fine. So, there we go. Timer's back.
Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you will, lady. We all know she wouldn't.
Lord Ramu has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
Yeah, okay.
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Is she just gonna get stabbed? Because that'd be pretty funny. Not Elsa gets murdered and then everybody else is like, you did it! And it becomes a whole thing. Nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to his challenge. You sure stabbed him good. I mean, yeah. Good job, yeah, cool. Alright, so now we're going to go back to our quote-unquote home. Mordana. Yay. And while we're thinking about it, we'll do that off and do those. There we go. Just set that timer running. Because we're going to be doing other things, probably. It's highly unlikely that we'll actually get to any of them. But who knows? Maybe somebody's doing a thingy and just needs a pickup. I'd be fine with that. There we go. Let's go turn to the next thing. Get to the new area. Woo! You let this live in. Good job. Thank y'all. I cute good. Diplomatic. There's everybody else. Yay! Hi, everybody else.
Everyone is ready. Let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
Yeah, tell us, nerd. What's up? He was cool.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor.
Get on with
I
it.
speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus.
Do,
Unwelcome
do, do,
though
do,
his
do.
presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
I mean, we did blow him out of Thancred. That was pretty
In
funny.
the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be...
Also, what about the School of Nerds? We apparently have just lost contact with them and just didn't bother to go check.
Twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to the
He did?
etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time.
Supposedly he had Echo. So then the pirate lady was just like, ah, screw this. You can't keep resurrecting if I keep shooting you.
Tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the
Object was
instance
not
of the
to
Lord.
the dissipation. So
Before
primals go
discussing
back.
our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to...
For people who haven't paid attention, this is what happens when primals go. The etheric energies dissipate into everything.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow
We
of
become
air
part of
and
the
return to
spirit
ethereal
force.
realm.
Life force or whatever.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
Ah, cute. What a fun little way to explain babies.
Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing
The
very
life stream
essence
from
of
Final
life.
Fantasy VII.
Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth.
primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm,
This really
they
is going to
must
be a tech
consume
stump,
vast
isn't it?
quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape.
Yum, 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 yum.
Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
Hmm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the
Okay, yeah, got it. Kind of figured that out from before.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
Hey, minion.
a soul that dissipated
The Sahagin
not
priest
on
has
the
become a
death of
hat.
the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting. And in the claws of a Sahagin, no less.
Noted will
If
host.
mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
True. Where does it go?
It merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
A rock.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies. The Asians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theory...
Oh, so if we get rid of all the crystals, they can't keep coming
I was
back.
hoping people had forgotten about that.
No one forgot about useless Thancred.
For a mercy, the weary road of our...
We just...
Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
Hey.
If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Asians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Yeah, just summon a primal when we kill an Asian. That's fine. How you gonna have a soul and then not eat it?
Therein lieth the path to victory.
Eat it, kitty lady.
Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural...
Well, that's a functional plan. Wow, color me surprised.
At present, we lack
I don't know
viable
why.
means to entrap and extinguish an Asian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces...
Just pick the pieces up with that darkness crystal and figure out how to make a Ghostbuster trap. Seems fine.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan.
Ooh, pardon me.
I
Had
have
a little
the
yawn.
utmost faith.
Go talk to the sages. Now, what about those people at the baller place? They seem to all be dead. We didn't check in on that.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, their findings shall soon be known to us. Though
The Baldesians, that's the ones.
Thank you.
We should go check up on them. You know, send me to a new area so I can learn from the machinists. Send me somewhere new. Send me somewhere new. Ooh. Pretty. Wow, look at these edgelords. This is their little home? It is. Freaking Council 13. Organization 13. Wow. Hey, cool. Oh, I've now been humbled by the bringer of light. That's me. I'm the bringer of stabs. They all look the same. Interesting. Yet she prospers as a great cross to her mistress, whose strength is all too fine. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. Are you guys gonna try and turn me into a betrayer? Cause like, y'all could just pay me $1 or something. Oh, it's Jerkwad. It seems forever want to quicken an Urzia's fertile soil. You'll lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew. and the one true God shall come again. So you guys want to spray to your primal, because everyone else's primals, those are lesser gods. Your primal special. Okay. Okay, buddy. We get it. Your primal is the real primal. I see. I see. Alright, Manphilia, send me somewhere new. Yeah, okay. Rocks. Address is something I would show you. It's a paper. I can't read. The letter of thanks. Oh, cool. Does it have money? It mentions in particular the names of all the primals. Great Titan, Garuda, Good King Muggle Leviathan, and now Rama. Yeah, killed a lot of gods. Hit me. I did the stabbing. 'Twas me. You're a true hero. I am truly a mercenary. Make us again soon. Yes. Despite all this, your deeds are great. And you're awesome. You're so cool. Here's money. Possibly one of the small parts of dangers. Our list of enemies has ever been long. Think of the allies with whom we're now blessed. It's true. I've helped you meet a lot of people. Father saves, tries to terrible secrets of calamity. There's Sid in the Fellowship of Noah, racing to unlock the mysteries of the ancient Alog. Between Paradise and don't forget those close to us. Thanks to the many and varied talents. Yes, this is all very interesting. I'm going to go leave and do things. You mean you're going to go back into the locker? Go back in their locker, Alphanod. There's some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. It is to report such as I say before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message for you from, you recall a refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. Oh, good for her. Well, the poor girl's name? You look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Haha, nerd made a friend, and it's like a 12-year-old girl. Yeah, good job, elf. You've been away for some time now. Might I suggest you put in affairs of the realm to one side for the moment? Take this opportunity to reacquire yourself for the town. One of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Hey, go do a side thing now that you've finished that last raid. You need to have some cooldown. I have done literally no content. Let me go to the new place. I just want to go somewhere new. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go play with this child instead of doing actual content. Oh boy. You could just say you're hiring me to be a babysitter. This is what you're doing. You're hiring me to be a babysitter. Hi, Yozen. You know why I'm here. They paid me money for this. Back from your adventures. We heard you were fighting gods. Yes. I formed our own adventurers guild. Can you train us? Probably not non-lethally. Mr. Boulder. Mr. Colconet. Boulder. Is the elf named Boulder? Ah, darn. I'm known as Boulder, and this is Colconet. Okay, cool. We're not younglings anymore, we're adventurers. Sure. You guys can't adventure in the surrounding area. It's too high level for you children. What if I cross swords? Okay, you want to show off? Sure, okay. Let's do it, strange man with a weird name. Sure. I mean, I've already been paid for this babysitting, so whoever gets a beating gets a beating. Bye, children. Run off in perfectly symmetrical formations. Do try not to disappoint them. I wanted to kick him in that liger so bad. Okay, go east from town, go wail on this nerd. Got it. Off we go then, folks. Out we go into the wild Mordana. Off we go to beat up this clown. Let's go. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly. Whee! Noom. And landed. Oh, wait. Let's beat the chocobo. Are you ready to fight? Yeah. Really? While I'm in the duty finder, I'm not able to do this thing. Are you joking? Oh, that's absolutely clownish. Okay, why would that be a thing? Literally, why would that matter at all? Alright, let's not keep the waiting. Yeah, let's do it. That is a warrior of light you face. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I'm awesome. Yeah, okay. Just don't die. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have some nerd join us? Hey! Technically, yes. What about the sparring match? I told everyone so you could go see it. Yes, a lot of people showed up. It'd be pretty funny. Hey, you ready to get your butt kicked in front of everybody? Okay. Good job, Boulder. Hilarious. He won't leave, will he? I mean... Wait. There we go. Oh, you poor little spell nerd. I'm glad you think that you're going to matter in this combat. And of course, victory. Oh. Oops, did I kill the mage? Assert your dominance. Dance the Manderville. As only a Manderville man can. Wow. That was pretty cool. Too bad you had... Oh, it won't let me dance on his corpse. No, rude. Oh, well, see, he's fine. He's fine. I thought I killed him. Which would have been pretty funny. I mean, they do pay me to stab. They don't pay me to not stab. You couldn't look. See, they spent time on... Wow. Hi, ma'am. Hey, kitty. I mean, they pay me to stab. I stab, and that's what I do. These guys happen to be in front of the stab, and that's what ended that. Good job, nerds. You got your butt kicked. And the children were happy. It's ever the pleasure to watch you whip on someone's ass. And they, too, enjoyed it, I think. It's a little weird. Are we gonna go to the new place? Are we gonna go to the new place? Are we gonna go to the new place? I don't understand why that. I thought to see the reason for why our grandfather sacrificed himself to protect it. He got Mohammedan in the face. It wasn't a choice. To the shambles their home was in, I could not be surprised if someone had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius. And the order he proposed to enforce. I mean, yeah. Rome did bring organization. Whether or not they did it nicely or in a good way, just... But to me, the nation is too self-involved. was you that convinced me that we could save this place. I mean, why? Why exactly did I convince you anything? I literally do stuff for money. It was the people, these wonderful morons. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for these idiots is what made him do what he did. Yeah, that's fair. Look, I know a lot of people that would sell their soul to save their cat. I, too, will endeavor to not be a loser that gets shoved into a locker. Alzheimer's is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are at a scale that cannot be solved by us alone. What is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond limitations of nations and borders. Alright. Cool. Make the seven scions bigger and better. Got it. Your sword's clipping through your side plate, buddy. 10-year-old game. Let me into Heaven's Sword. Let me into Heaven's Sword. I have to rejoin the stupid thing. Which is now back to just one me. Great. That means that I actually probably did get into a group. Hey, we have a healer. Healers are rare. Tanks even more so. I just want to try and do those ones. New. Yeah, I mean, like, it takes a certain type of player to be a tank. Because, like, you got to not only know that your job is to get yelled at and wailed on, but hope that the healer keeps you alive. Hope the DPS do their part. Try to prevent the DPS from doing what DPS usually do, which is get themselves killed. Like, it's a lot of work. And I understand that's pretty stressful. It doesn't really matter. Alright. What are we doing now, Alphanod? Are we finally going to Heaven's Ward? We're trying to Gravita for a speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of this era, the leaders of the nations have been deliberating over a accord. Yeah, okay. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military mind of such an institution would draw from every corner of the land and do things that one nation couldn't do alone. Yet while the purpose of this organization is undisputed, the logistics of it are an endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification turning away. Thus I've been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. On a much smaller scale. So you want to make the UN. Cool. Daughters. Also, being a primarily military outfit means to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the organization under the authority of the antecedent. The science will work tirelessly to protect people. Oh, I know a lot of people that would sell their soul to save their cat in a heartbeat. Dogs too, but definitely cats. Like, this little blade kitty, this little fluffy thing made of knives and rumbles. I would kill everyone here and then myself if anything would happen to it. For the truth. Oh, what was that? Thank you for the subscription. Hey. Welcome. We fixed the clock. The clock was being a little shitter. I don't know why. It just decided that it didn't like to roll over on each minute. And I had to sit there and spend a good 5 minutes fixing it. But it's fine now. It's decided it's okay again. So we're still trying to force our way through and make it into Heaven's Ward. I don't know when we actually get to that point. I assume there'll be a giant title screen or something. Okay. Limsa Lomimsa. Off we go. I want to become a machinist. Come on. Let me out of the cutscene. Thank you. Let's pull up the Chocobo saddlebag because we just got a rock. which is a new rock, so it goes. New. Oh, is that why I don't have those? Right, I put them in the saddlebags. Smart on me. There we go. I'm so smart. I will know when I get there. It will hit me in the face. Good. Good. I'm ready to freaking go. I want to become a machinist. I want to do new stuff. Free me. See ya. Mimza Mimza. Right. Oh, hey. Oh, no. Never mind. I don't want to do that one right now. That's just doing a run to deliver some mail for the Moogle. Care about that for a moment. I'll do it later. Alright, go talk. Right. Go to the upper deck and scout for people. Cool. Okay. Just pick up randos. Any old rando would do. It's fine. Okay. Hey, tough potato. Are they the tank? I expect them to be a tank. They look like a samurai. I don't think is a tank class. I don't actually know. Upper decks. Off we go. Let's start over here at the Marauders and work our way through. Because it's a long way to go. So we'll just Hey Rainer. I start off without this. I've heard a formation of the chocolate. This is great to have our declined. Okay. Bummer. Down to that one. Who's of course over there. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial purity, I must say, intrigues me. Krakens well know that time to act, time to watch. I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls in ladder. Nobody wants to do anything, they're all gonna be jerks. Oh, yes, to see what class they are. Yeah, I thought they were samurai by the look. But the thing is, I don't know some of the other classes. I don't know what they do. I feel like samurai is a DPS class, right? Wouldn't it be? Or is it a tank class? Okay, let's go to the farthest one and make the round. It'll be fine. Walking around. Samurai's DPS. There we go. Makes sense. Be kind of weird for it to be a tank. I didn't get far enough into 11 for that to be a thing. I did get far enough in that I became a paladin. And then I got to the realization that I really couldn't go anywhere without having a party, and I was terribly bored with that. I bet you I remember old Royal, don't you? Formerly the company heroes. 3 whistles at the Bronze League. I drag my arse out the Limsa. Good put together crew. Sounds like alright. Alright, count me in. Hey. There we go, we got one of the company of heroes people. Cool. If I recall right, I started out playing as a monk on 11 and then went to being a paladin. But, yeah. 14 has definitely had a lot of usability stuff added to it from what I remember of 11. Because, oh boy, was 11 just... 11, God, was 11 out on the PS2? I think it was. 11 was, old. Very old. Kitty! Precursor. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibility here will keep me close to the forge. I can't spend time traipsing here and there. Should you need armor, I can do stuff for money. Fair. I respect that. I do murder for money. Hey, darn, I can't go through the small door. Okay, so we got one more to do. We got exactly one dude who joined up, and he's like, ah, sweet. I can go fight stuff wherever I feel like. Calamity Salvager. Obsolete belts. What does that even mean? Gyro gear? What? I have no idea. That must be like stuff from other events or something. I heard rumblings that the new event thing, which will be starting on the 10th, will have Sentai armor. Look like a Power Ranger. And I am very excited for that. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm a pirate. Looking for stuff I just fought. Try knocking on Carvalian's door. Wow. Okay, rude. Okay, so wait. At the airship decks. There we go. We'll just have to go that way. To the airship landing deck. Wind up Odin. Ooh. Sick. That looks cool. Airship dock. Is it upstairs, I guess? Or downstairs, probably? No, it's definitely the upper decks. Aw, thank you. Glad you stopped on by. It's always nice to see you come by. Where? Sir. Where is... Where? Gatekeeper, leave. It says to go here. Speak with it in the airship landing. Where's the airship landing? Lift attendant? Let's go talk to lift attendant. It's probably there. Yep, there it is. Of course. Yeah, you should be strolling off to sleep with your time zone in it. Alright, Alpha Nerd, let's go to the next place. We got exactly one dude. There, see? We got one person. Consent to sign all the documents requiring approval. I can only hope that my visit with Elder Seeds here. Continue to Gridania. Okay. We're gonna do one last trip around all the different places, I imagine. So let's go to Gridania. I have that as my home point, so I can just teleport over there. It's much nicer. Here in the trees, we can do as we please. Let's find Alpha Nod. He's a giant nerd. Ledgers. Okay. Right, because he should be with the, yep. Let's do the condense momentarily, but grateful if you once more see to recruiting in Gridania. Okay. Go talk to people. Get denied by a bunch of people. Maybe one will accept. This really is just gonna be a, like, run around each place. Isn't it cool? Didn't you like being here? This really feels like this is like the last thing before going into the new area. But, oh boy, is this a slog. Oh, you look, you have depression? You want to go be a soldier? Oh, hey, it's this guy. He betrayed the Lancers. Yep. You want to go change me more than I can ask. So what have you, Adventure? What business do you have here? Who has a lot more to do with me? This is the second chance I was looking for. Yeah, sure, whatever. Former criminal, join up. Oh, that was the guy that let in the not Romans. Yeah. Anyways. Ooh, hey, I can stop by the achievement place on the way by and get a achievement token. Don't mind if I do. I've gotten a few achievements since the last time. This should be fine. Hey, you old man. Woo! What do we got? We got 2. Anything fun that I can get for 2? Wind up. Gilgamesh would be fun. Or this little critter. Yeah, that's fine. Critter get. There we go. New minion. Yay! Doggo. Lion dog. Who's your little fluffy? Yes, you are. You're very cute and fluffy. Fun. Okay. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest till your tormented back gives out pretty good. I'm sorry, just... Oh! It's been some time since I crossed outside the mines. Why, you barely look the same. But look how far I've come. Now you seek soul of the new earth? Oh, cool. I have recruited a Jedi, apparently. Neat. Apparently it was somebody I rescued earlier or something. I don't know. I forget some of these people. Despite the side quests being arguably significantly better than a lot of them, I don't remember some of these people because they were just unmemorable. I remember this guy. This guy was the butler. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that was the guy that was like, oh, you figured it out. That's why you keep finding all these bodies with their faces removed. Because the lady that I used to work for has just gone full Elizabeth Bathory and just murdering people for their youth. It's terrifying, but I couldn't do anything about it. I'm just a butler. I didn't want to tell anybody, though. Why does this thing say GOG? Oh, weird. Is this the short lady? It is. Let's come to your sounds pharmacy, but its duties appear less focused. I must refuse until such time as you have organizing in your organizing. That's fair. That's fair. Alright, to the plaza. Go. Is this game also available on Good Old Games? Is that why that person had GOG beside their thing? Or is that just their guild? Over the rock into the place to find them. Person slow walking. Yes. Oh, come on. Stupid invisible walls. Why do you ruin my fun? I don't die from fall damage. You could just let me leap off of ledges. What news? Blah, blah, blah. Barely anybody? Well, that's fine. Yes, let's go to Old Daw now. Ooh, look at that. We need one healer. DPSs are basic. They'll show up. One healer, huh? Hold on, let's go. 2 tanks? Oh, come on. Ah, they got into a group thing. That's a bummer. Yeah. Wow, 1 more tank, 1 more healer. Okay, let's go find him. Where is he at? The husting strips, it looks like. I always like to go there. Yep. So we'll just go to the chamber. And be like, alright, I'm gonna go talk to that Sultan and the giant brick wall. You should go do the recruiting. And then I'll go do the recruiting and get like 2 people. Now we'll have a company of heroes or something. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Good hunting. You too, nerd. Good luck. On the steps of fall. Hey, hey, people who had your homes displaced. You wanna go join a random military group that offers you sanctuary, a job, money, and probably food? You should come join us. Yes. Wait. Oh, steps of fall. Oopsies. Thought I clicked the right one. But I did not. So where are we at? Mostly there, so we'll start here and then work around the circle. That should work. There we go. Let's find this person. Hey nerd, you wanna join the group? Reloaded. They came to Little Amiga looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead. Oh yeah, it's the guy. Yeah, okay. What do you think about our homeland and the... Alright, yeah. New company going out into the world? Sure, sounds great. Sweet. We've recruited a person. I mean, he did try. Like, he did objectively try to help out his fellow countrymen. He was just, you know, a teenager. And teenagers are idiots. So... Let's see who else we can recruit for the military. Go new places, see and stab new things. Let me into heaven's work. Just want to go to the new place and become a machinist. Hey, naked guys. So streets are funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. No. I thought we were funded by our usual funds. And Alpha Nod. Who I assume has been bankrolling all of this. It looks to the entire listen, friend. I can scarce bear the complaints of the next style over, let alone a neighboring nation. That's fair. I would agree to that. Look how close we are. 1 tank, 1 DPS. Come on, people. Join up. Then we'll get literally one of these 3 super high-end bullshit things. I wonder what we'll get in it. Maybe a pet. Oh, I would like a new pet. A new minion would be fun. Or a mount. Who knows? Lurking leech. Just lurking around his clothes, huh? Just standing around the clothing like a weirdo. Oh, hey, Yellow Moon. You wanna give us some money? I'm afraid you're wasting time. This lady is spoken for. Good day to you. It's fair. I mean, like, going to that lady who routinely walks around with, was it 200 pounds of money on her? That's pretty baller. I would try to recruit somebody like that too. Okay, well, let's talk to, looks like somebody from the, yep, the church. Congratulations, space for preying on less fortunate, most upsetting business. Here you are, companion. Tancred, wasn't it? Ah, new ones you seek. Well, nevertheless, I wish you well. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, back to the strip. Kind of 50-50 either way, so we'll just go over here to the rock. And off we go. Hustings, is he over there? Yes, he is. Cool. Blessed relief. Alright, Alpha Nerd. We've recruited like 2 people total for this grand company of yours. I've heard you. What gems did you find here? Almost nothing. Yes. A single youth? Well, you've certainly given us a start, even though our ranks are somewhat thin. And all these troubled years, Stockboard's citation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. Yep. I'll not squander the gift you placed by keeping these recruits for the Foundation. Ah, you say so, Alpha Nod. Don't get him killed. The Sultan has also graced my trial company with their blessings. First phase of recruitment is over, the document is signed, the finances secure. This is not to prevent me from taking the next step. Do it, do it, do it. You are concerned about the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin in their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. Yeah, I bet. I prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. You're not rich enough. Well, such things shall plague us until the company's had a chance to prove its worth. Yep. Now, no more of it. Let's return to the Rising Stones. Okay. So we've gotten like 6 people to try and take on this brand new endeavor. Will it teleport me there? Oh, hey. Airship ride. Woo! Going on a boat. Goodbye, Sultan Tiny. Your dress is adorable. Hello, Tiny Shoulder Warmer.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
Yeah, what do you think? How do you get out of the locker?
More than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience. Since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed considering the many problems we face.
I feel like we
all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity.
Yeah.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve.
Yep. We got like 5 people and some money.
The finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
They probably would. If they've already tried to before.
Trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Depends on if they paid me. Lolorito paid a lot of people to do the rebellion, which just kind of petered out and did nothing.
There is that, I suppose.
Kind of curious what that was about.
People to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping.
She might become evil. I could become evil.
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime.
Shorts.
To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
It's true. He caused a rebellion to try and kill you, but there's nothing you can do about it because he's a jerkwad.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
Yep. Or you could pay me. I'll find him and stab him. You could have just paid me.
What good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this...
Wait. You could have just paid me. Could have paid me this whole time. I know you have money. You're wearing it. Are you gonna cry like a child? Alright, fair enough.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Is it though? I mean, he seems like he's pretty well won, and you guys ain't paid me for nothing, so I can't do anything about it. Alright, more done. Off we go. We've recruited no people with left beef. This is fine. Okay, in we go. Let's go home. And hopefully to a new home. How's our little dude doing? He's... Ooh. Look at that. He's almost to 9. We need to get him to 10 to get my chocobo outfit. Alright, Alpha Nerd, are we on our way? Culmination of all of our effort is ahead. I must proceed the precautions of the ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to bother you. Yeah, well. Greetings. I serve to support such an organization. The oral ceremonies take place here. Totoro is cooperating with Alpha Nod, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves are left to their own devices. By a number of few faces, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not invite him. You speak with him, see if he needs anything. The doorman? Okay, I guess I'll go talk to the door guy. Come on, man. We got tanks. Let's get a few people in. I want to do one of these cool ones. See what we get. Maybe an interesting loot or something. Hey, yo, what up, Slaffborn? What you got? Show me what you got. It's barely a trickle compared to the treasure hunters we have passing through here. Offer she offered is more your burden concerns me. Told this company wants directly to antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you. You couldn't defend something, huh? What happened? We were bringing a shipment to the 12, provisions earmarked for the frontier. Sukaru were set upon by brigands. They might have been heretics. Provisions can be replaced, but soldiers die. Yeah, that's fine. What to do? Hey, give me $1. What to do? Hey, you wanna go do a thing? That's 4 times we collect the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Alright, well, we'll tell them what's up. Freeman, you're not gonna go there with them. Alright, that's fair. See, there we go. You have a problem, you give me some money. I'll go solve the problem. Probably with stabs. It's definitely with stabs. That's exactly how I'm gonna solve the problem. Or stabbing. Right. Go ahead, Corthus. Here to Dragonhead. Off we go. New. Oh, okay, they're inside. Bye, bee. Hey, Archifant, what up? Would you like some food, some wine? Yes. Yes. Oh, that literally just get a... Potential high winds Monday, August 7th. It's called Power Outage. Oh. Sure. Okay. But there's nothing going on out there. It's actually pretty nice outside. Open a message for us. To unexpect the time of your arrival is no coincidence. Yeah, about that. Ooh. A cool helmet. Well, it'll be cosmetic, but I'll take a cosmetic new helmet. Cool. Don't mind if I do.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest.
Then you saw that they ran away.
Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil.
Alright, that's a fair assessment. Chainmail ear covers.
That you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies. Or, 'twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed.
They probably knew about it because they're heretics, which means they just blend in with you.
Yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with
The heretics have a prince. Or a priest.
The Lady Iceheart.
Hmm.
But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying, what we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed.
I wonder if it's that lady that was there by the water.
So brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek.
Sure, let's do it.
Halone's blessings be upon you.
Halone.
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such.
Sure, okay, buddy.
But truly, I could not wish for a.
Yes, I have a good ally. I've been paid money.
Learn aught of value. Pray return to me forthwith.
Hey, you offered me food. I had a fireplace to sit in front of. I do like to sit in front of a nice fireplace. I would accept that in place of money. But I'm also getting money, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so where are we going? North, southeast, west. Go west, young man. Bummer. One of the tanks disappeared now that we finally got a healer. And we're somehow missing DPS. Despite it's DPS. DPS should be commonplace, but whatever. Is it over here? No? Speak with Jamal. Ah, yes. Okay, so... Oh. Heaven forbid. Nope. Up we go. Yeah, we're gonna take the shortcut. There, no. Did I do it wrong? I did the wrong door, didn't I? No. Hey? Am I blind? Okay. I'm having directional problems today. Yes, there it is. The stairwell. The giant stairwell. The stairwell for going down. Hey, Dramont. What up? I come from the ceiling. The truth is that the wild Cerebot have indeed grown thick with their number. I don't know how they have influenced this high horse wheel, but the men's of phase utterly lost a grip to righteous fervor. Ooh. Is Lady Iceheart not actually a lady? Is Lady Iceheart Shiva? I know about Shiva. Shiva is another primal. Is this gonna be when we fight Shiva? That would be neat. Oh, yes, I need the food. Give me my food. There we go. More food. Where is it? Probably up. Go speak with the merchant. Merchant. Hello? Not here, not there. Are they upstairs? Probably upstairs. Ah, there we go. Yes, quite recovered enough of that. I didn't catch those car with the black hearts. I was traveling my usual route. The sun blows at me really. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground. Heretics were rifling through my cargo. They were taking everything. I was then that one of them noticed my bleary glance stalked over me. I better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I soon heard the words "return to Snowcloak." I dare say this is where they're hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. Yeah. Well, he didn't die, so good job, dude. Good job at not dying. Well, time to make them die. Whee! Oh, come on. I just saw the numbers hit a full and then go down. That means that somebody got into a party. I've been waiting 40 minutes. Why didn't I get in that party? Jerk. That's so annoying. Alright. Well, it looks like there's some dead people here. Dead person, dead person, dead person, dead person. Heretics. Dead heretics. The cold solves my pain. Does it, though? Looks like you just died. I think you just died, buddy. It's not solving your pain. You're just dead. Whee! Okay, well. Heretics? Might be heretics. Oh no, it's just a knight. The knight a heretic? Are you a heretic? I recognize you. You come seeking the heretics? We're on patrol. We chanced one of the parties and pursued them here. And yet they vanished. They were here and then they weren't. Is it Shiva? Are we gonna fight a Shiva? Hello there. Well, that looks like a strange new person to meet. Comes a woman on the cliff. Could be I started us up, come to sneer at our folly. And where she disappeared. The heretics must discover our passage to the frozen wall. It would be best for her to return to Bardron and lay our suspicion for Jamal. Okay. Why do I have to go do it? Oh well. They'll probably be dead by the time I get back. Flying away on a dream and a prayer. Jamal, I come to give you a good day. Ah, that worked. That was way faster. Hey, Jamal. Hello. I am on the stream. How are you? I'm flying around in the snow place looking for snow rebels. They like the snow instead of warm. Yeah, obviously evil and heretics. Look at that. The group must have got in or something. I feel like at this point I'm gonna get to another, like, story one that I have to do, and then I'm gonna lose my place in line again. Not that it particularly matters, 'cause I don't think we're ever gonna actually get into any of those, but whatever. It's fine. Alright. Go talk to Archibald in his cool castle. And he'll be like, oh, cool. Gotta jump over the board. Voiced.
Your return
It
is
is
most
voiced, huh?
timely.
Fun.
Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Okay. That's weird.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
She's very tall.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak?
Yep.
Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate.
It's a nice wall. That's how the ice walls work.
inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretic's hideaway? Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
And no small measure of charisma.
And tall.
As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion.
Oh,
Given the
they gotta
glowing
get the
reports
fancy
the new
names.
commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Oh, good. They'll get some more food and stuff. That's nice. Nodders. Okay, well. That sure leaves a dangling thread point, and we're probably not going to address it at all. So, back to Mordana. They've left a bunch of things like that, where it's like, we have this story idea, and it's pretty cool. But anyways, it's like, then why did you come up with the idea? Were you just like throwing darts at a board to see what would stick? Maybe if somebody liked it enough, you'd do some more with it? Like, what's the point? Oh well, that led nowhere and wasted like 5 minutes. We will attract a greater number of those who do us harm in the name of greed. All of us must remain vigilant against those threats. I'm gonna take the cool helmet that I can use for cosmetics. Oh, these are all cool helmets. Ooh, we'll take that one. Take enough time. Why don't you go there and ask what you can help with the help the potato. Okay. Let's see. Let's go find the tater and help the tater. Potato. 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 Why they were. That's splendid. Yes, I guess. And the uniforms to the new people. Okay. Back out we go. Right outside. There you go. New ultramarine. Does it change how they look? Not really. Is there a person over here? Where is the person over here? Outside? Nope. Up. There we go. Up. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. You guys are just standing there staring like weirdos? Yep. He's got a new uniform. Didn't even change his appearance at all. Just kind of lazy. The garb makes me a proud member of the Maelstrom, a hearted member of Los Melissa. So now you're part of the UN. Okay, well, cool. Good job, giant lady. There's your outfit. Let's find this person. And my fellow Cryptid Captain. Alright, here's your uniform. That's right, if we all look the same, it'll be cool together. It's a fair assumption. Hey, it's this kid. Here you go, kid. Here's your uniform. Go. There they are. Up. There we go. That's another uniform deployed. We got 2 more to do. This really does feel like the... Oh! Well, look at that. We got into a fancy one. Neat. Come on, tank. There we go. Alright. Well, let's see how this goes. Poorly, I imagine. Ultima's Bane. Sick cutscene intro. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. Hopefully, not bad, but here we go, and off we go. You're near, you're far, stand wherever you are. Well, we seem to be making good time. Not particularly. You. Well, let's see how this goes. Yeah, we've already made a pretty good dent in him. I'm not paying enough attention. Uh-oh. Etheric boom, that sounds bad. Yep. There. Well, I'm not dead, so that's good. Hulu can actually kill these things. It's an explosive. Oh no! That was mean. Oh. Oh, I didn't get that, so that's good. The wrong one again, that's really bad. Uh-oh, that's a lot of lasers. Oh, that's gonna be really painful. Ow. Oh, that's a lot of lasers. Ooh. Okay, well, let's try not to die. Did we knock him into the next phase already? Looks like. Or we died. Oh. Oh, someone. Okay. Well, now we know. We had a mechanic failure and we died. That's fine. Let's say battle. Does that mean that someone's a blue mage? That'd be fun. No. Alright. We were doing pretty decent up until then. Yeah, see, we've already gotten it back down to health. We're doing good. Doing good. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh, that's a lot of lasers. This time we need to make sure to not fail the orbs, because otherwise we all die, and that's annoying. No one likes to die. There. Well, we'll just go on there real quick. Get some. Whoa! So many lasers. Alright, let's just flash this out of existence and then to the battle boss. Whoops. Ouch. Oh, I died. Very bad. Apparently, the tank did not grab him before I just got my face crushed in. That's fair. I don't know why I pulled up from the tank, but whatever. I'm just gonna lie here dead now, I guess. One of our healers died. That's a bummer. Well, that's fine. We won, so hey. We did. He was defeated in a cool display of power. Kaboom! We didn't die. That was neat. Save, leave, we'll take on third and third. Ooh, that's really cool. But it's for Dex. I'll just read. Player commendation. Are one of our healers around? Yes, okay. Oh well, cool. Somebody got a sick ring. Good for them. And that's another one done, so we don't have to do that ever again. That'll finish off that quest. We don't ever need to do Ultimate Pain again. Hooray! Let's see what the Bard gives us, if anything. Oh, I'll change a few details for dramatic effect. You lie. Why you always lying? What if you lying? There we go. Quest complete. We never have to fight that again. Sweet. Why do you have anything? Ah. Yeah, I haven't really done the Baphomet ones. Oh, you know, I haven't done the Baphomet coil at all, have I? Should probably set that up. You know what? Why not? I don't care about those ones, to be honest. But Baphomet, binding coil. Fine. There. Average wait a half hour again. No. There we go, there we go. Here's your uniform, blah blah blah. There's our Jedi. Now. Really? Can't jump on the box? Really? Okay, fine. Screw you. Get up here anyways. And now this guy. Here's your uniform. There you go. Good job. Alright. Present the uniforms. Speak with Offnude. Okay. Let's go find Alphanon. And thankfully, the timer has been functioning ever since it decided to have a snit fit. So that was a thing. Ah, yes. The moment draws near. Once our last recruits, I'll make the official announcement. Okay, Alpha Nerd. Tell me about your PMC group. Blue hats. Blue hats. Blue hats. Presence here is a choice that each of you has made. Your strength now pledged, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as a vanguard. And orders. Orders.
From this moment forth,
You're the Crystal Braves. Okay, orders. You're now not yellow, red, or green. You're blue. Beast of primals of conflict and continuity. It is plain the nation's heroes cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus, we have to have some. You're the UN. Congrats, you're the UN now. Yeah, neat. Got their own little salute and everything. Ooh. Yes, we have our standardized uniform now. With our cool new salute. Haha. Yes, Get me to Heavensward, darn it.
A rousing speech, Alphino.
Crystal Brave Commander Leveler.
Please, antecedent. The title is on. We are of the same purpose.
Let's do it, let's save the land.
The Scions stand ready.
The Scions, by which we mean we'll pay you to stab things again. Yes, nodders. Let me go on to the next place, please.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This.
What will they accomplish? Probably nothing.
Yes, So our worst fears are confirmed.
Oh, the island's gone.
Really? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Oh, we have a Krillin.
Pray, inform me if her condition changes. My thanks. I shall contact you anon.
Anon.
When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of it. Appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarming.
Someone cast Ultima.
I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Gallians?
Nope. Ain't talked to the rock at all.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin Louis Soir, I pray you yet watch over us.
Dead Grandpa, we hope that you're helpful. Ooh, it's the dramatic music playing. Oh no. Alright, one of these was a machinist hat. That one. Really, I just want it because it's cool and decorative. I was at the Silver Lady. We're gonna deal with that. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I didn't hear a word of what you said, and I don't care. Alright, send the shipment. Yay, food for like 10 people. Glares. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Is it a Durgan? Could it be a Durgan? Probably not. This is pretty ominous. It sure does drag on something fierce, though. Huh. The Pope. Oh, we've seen the Final Fantasy Pope now. Well, the Pope has a lot of knights. That tends to be how they do. Oh. Well, that's certainly a problem. Well, that's probably a problem. Yay! Achievement, yours yet defended. Complete the rest of brave new companions. Oh, fun. Astrum Arm Guards. Well, we'll have to get that. This is why I can't save the Grave of Darkwind. We must concentrate on the problems of the present. We're keeping an eye on those bestials, and none of them has summoned a primal lately. As for the solutions, well, we can do a little bit. Wait. As for the Asians, we'll figure something out. I'm sure it's another matter entirely. Go check on him. He might have gotten stuffed in a locker again. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Ooh, chapter has been added. Traitor in the midst. Alright, Alpha Nerd. Units interested. Hey, that's what demands the time. They by when or what flavor? Though they are but newly formed, there's a great demand on services, and we're hard pressed. Captain of Word, tell him that I sent you, and he'll tell you what to do. Okay, off we go. Hey, Illbeard, what do I gotta do?
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you?
I've heard that voice before. Usually evil.
Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
Alright, what am I doing exactly? Why are we looking around all weird
That
ways?
which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence.
Confidence? I don't think you should do that.
Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand... Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning.
Oh no, the not Romans have
Alas,
spies.
the man was not our
Hehe,
agent.
low poly
He
strawberries.
was but one of many men in the agent's employ.
Oh, a web of spies. We can do
pressed
some
the
James
traitor
Bonding?
for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this Ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem these conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be
He's a
easy to
deep state.
identify the Ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands.
Alright, sounds fun. I'm in.
Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion.
Ah, yes, you're going to pay me for stabs. Got it.
Is its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The Ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask, assuming the Ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe,
This draws on a bit
be
long.
aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, we must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared.
Ah, yes. So we won't do anything, but we will pay you to do something. That way, they won't know that we're doing something until you show up and hit them in the face with a spear. It's a good plan. Alright, all the flames. Let's go. So we saw the Pope has possibly been possessed. That's a thing. Receptata. Weird. Hopefully we'll get to the new place by the end of the stream. Who knows? I somehow doubt it. Hey, Robon.
Well.
What you bring here? Discretion?
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears.
Oh, manly men. Manly old friends.
But look at you, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Eh.
We've both come far, have we not?
Ah yes, politics, as he's covered in armor and weapons. Hey, giant guys.
Lest you wonder,
We got business.
Gilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
There's that phrase. That's apparently the only swearing they're allowed to do in this Square Enix game.
If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher.
I've probably killed at least 1,000 people by now.
You sell yourself short. By all accounts, you were an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer.
See, they're still doing all this, like, oh, look at how cool you are, fluffing you up, and you're so awesome, and like, get on with it. Can I go to the new place now?
I have tidings.
So there has been progress.
That was a weird flashlight.
This meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention.
Yes, ha ha ha. Yes, ha ha ha. The lighting keeps janking up in that stupid entryway.
So it is we who have been compromised.
So if you're going to do a cutscene in a specific area, you really should make sure that your lighting doesn't have a freak out during the course of your cutscene.
Legi's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations.
Taleji Adeleji, the leader of the rebellion of potatoes. Oh, because he's actually a capitalist. He's January 6ing it.
But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility.
The capitalists are in league with not Rome. Oh. They'll sell you out to literally anybody to make more money? Shock.
It does me well to see you again, old friend.
I look forward to it.
Well, he's gonna die.
Let us reminisce of bygone days and drink to the future of our homeland.
I swear I've only heard that guy's voice actor as an evil character. Hello, giant elf lady. Salute.
Flame General. You wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that.
Alright. So we got paid to stand here and look pretty. Alright, we'll take our Lancer gloves. Okay. Alright, Dilbert, what do we got here? So I guess we'll get the overall bracers for the machinist. Hunt for the spy. It's fast to save, tread warily. Just secluded, let us return to the Rising Stones. Ah. Okay. Teleport back again. Okay, you can't lampshade it by just saying ha 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 back and forth. Like that doesn't make it better. Just because you lampshaded the fact that I've had to teleport back and forth like 4 times now doesn't mean I haven't still had to teleport back and forth 4 times now. It's obnoxious. You're gonna keep moving the player around and forcing them to puff back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just teleport them automatically. Robot! Or no, Alpha Nod. That's right. Alpha Nerd! Not voiced. Okay, don't care. Not a moment too soon. Something's happened. Really? Again? Do you lose the shipment? Recall the 4th was tasked with reconnoitering the Renovo site used by the Minion. So after left, we received word the unit was ambushed en route. So we have a traitor in ours already. Been taken captive. Guardians want to treat their foeman with dignity and have great fears. Oh, of course it's a lady. Of course they took a lady captive. Alright, go do the rescue. Yeah, that's fine. The end of the 4th lies awaiting the tangle near the entrance. Take her out and she'll appraise you of the situation. Okay. Let's go rescue the person. Fine. But of course though, like, of course they have to kidnap the lady because, you know, in order to make them seem evil and bad, they had to be slave owners and rapists, so of course they have to kidnap a lady. That's how you do. Person, there we go. Alright. The Guardians fell upon us with a wounding rush and hauling our way in the castrum yonder. Outnumbered, we were unable to do. Guards currently do adventures work in the area. We host weekly biweekly events to progress story points with surprise events in between. Host a free company store. Rolling out custom dice system soon. Huh. Wow. Interesting. So not only are they RPing in Final Fantasy XIV, they're RPing and trying to play D&D in Final Fantasy XIV. Sure, okay. Good on you guys. Sounds like fun. Okie dokie doke. Right over here. Let's go bully the not Romans.
They have a Meet You 7-Eleven. Gotcha.
Aw.
With a bunch of little Meet You 7-Eleven.
That's not fair.
I want it.
Illegal.
I'm going to add it to
That's fair. I would have suggested it if you hadn't. There we go. Hooray! We've rescued the person? Question mark? Yes. Here, have a healing potion. Story time. Now, to quit this place. I can't move with these wounds. She'll need to be carried out. Why would you be to provide one? I mean, sure. So you're saying you're going to pay me to go over here and murder a bunch of people? Yeah, okay. Oh no, whatever will I do? Anyways. Hey, not Romans. Hey, not Romans. Guess what? Dead. I'm doing all of this just so that I can get into the next area. All I want to do is become a machinist. But no, I'm going to throw on this bullhawker. That's weird. Second place, oh well. There we go. Problems caused. On to the next area to cause problems. I thought what I would do is cause problems for money. And I'm gonna. Oh, hostile prisons. Anyways, yeet. Joe, stop trying to drill me. It's a little rude. I don't hate you. There we go, and now they're all dead. Well, I miss my murder robot. Alas, we betrayed it several times, and now its weapons don't work. It's just merely a regular robot that I use as a horse. Oh. Alright. Oh, there's more. Well, don't mind if I do. Time for stabbing. Did you really do paralysis? Illegal. Darn magical taters. There we go. Okay. And now they're probably free. Probably. Although I haven't seen Kamen Rider in a bit, so maybe this is leading up to that. Or not, who knows. They like to leave all these dangling threads and do nothing with them so far. We've got Ice Lady, didn't do anything with that. We've got Kamen Rider, didn't do anything with that. Crystal Cave, didn't do anything with that. Alright, have you guys escaped? Yes, there we go. You've escaped, and now I will get to my fancy thing. Okay, back to town. Yeet! Boy. Fly away, come on and fly away, come on and fly away. Alright. Let's go speak to Offender now that we've saved his people. Also, kind of weird that they knew where we were and immediately attacked. Almost like we've got somebody on our group that's a betrayer as well. These Garleans sure have a lot of spies everywhere. Or, you know, dressing like Nazis. They are hailing old. This was even a trouble. You talk like, oh, it was a big scary, but like, it was like just 5 regular dudes. We escaped with minimal casualties. Okay. Well, let's just get catch breath, but I'm here to accompany the Cortus. We're going to go to Ash Guardians. Alright, give me the ones for the machinist. Might as well get those things for the machinist since I've already got all my fancies for the regular one. Hey, there we go. Let's get them Astrum Ho. Oh, we'll get to see the Holy See. There we go, let's... This will be interesting. We'll get to see the Pope. We've never seen the Pope before. That's a first. I'm in Philly. I want to see the Pope. Well, yes, you can go see the Pope. Yay! I get to go on a day trip to see the Pope. Oh, there's guys that's been on contact with us. States. Why reach out now? Well, I did kill a god, and I am a dragoon. And I have the spirit stone in their ancient antique dragoon armor, so like, kind of a big deal to them too. Let's meet the Pope. Let's meet the Pope. They used to be part of the group, but then they left because they were boring. We rejected every one of our allies' calls to reopen dialogue. The fields caught knew where men and women died, they didn't even show up. Yeah, that's fair. I've explained over and over again that unless the Yorzi stands united, we'll all die. Yeah, that's fair as well. You're trying to convince them to join the UN, huh? All off within the past, this time we meet a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they've come to us out of the fondness of their hearts. It's something they desire. Yeah, probably me. The Empire will see you on our doorstep once more. Alright, let's go to Dragonhead. Hey. Good job on setting up contacts in this place too. They're very helpful to us when we want things. I mean, rude. That's a rude way to put it, but you're not wrong. Alright, so go with this. I want to go meet the Pope. He's got a cool hat. I'm on a day trip to go see the Dragon Pope.
Oh boy.
He's got a neat hat. He might be possessed by evildoers. This man is wearing just pajamas and slippers out here. He even got a shirt. He even got a shirt. Apparently. A little cold, isn't it, buddy? Fly away, come on, fly away. Archivant! I want to see the Pope. We set up the nice fireplace just like we offered you. And food. Oh, Arfanad, you're here. I've been watching it since us of the Enterprise. Nonsense. We're just doing this because we're friends at this point. Yes, I'm simply delighted to see that the Pope will give you an audience. There I am. I arrived at Camp Dragonhead earlier. I'm told he's eager to meet with you at your first convenience. Blur, 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 blur. Don't you want to go do something helpful? I guess. Fine. I won't see the Pope. I want to see the Dragon Pope. Go see Dragon Pope. Oh, wait. Is he over there? Oh, he's over there. Woo! Come to the Internecessary? Yes, I will. Oh, it's a fancy room. Odd that I'm in here alone. This seems like a problem. Oh no, there's Archfont. Never mind.
Have faith, my friend. You need only
state your case with confidence and clarity. What's my case and who am I stating it to? Hey, it's Alpha Nerd. How are you so short when all these other elves are so tall? Hi.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to... I'm Emmerich, Lord Commander of the
I'm Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights. Hello, fancy man.
Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emmerich. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Do you? Do you, Alpha Nerd?
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
No.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I like this grumpy lady.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination.
Are you trying to flirt with me?
Glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
I think this mad's trying to flirt with me.
Now then, shall we begin?
I'll have you know I'm pretty easy. I'll do most things for money.
We know full well that
And the cabinets were clipping during the thing.
What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace.
Stop bullying the beast tribes.
Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate.
If you keep going after the beast tribes, they'll keep summoning the primal. That's how it works, stupid.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations.
Oh, no worries. Been here for a little bit. Be here for a little bit more. But yeah, you gotta love it with Twitch. Aren't they invading Ishgard at the moment?
The Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Surely, but not for you.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Yeah, unless Kamen Rider shows up.
But if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
Yeah, it's been pretty significant. I still have a lot on it. Yeah, under a day for now.
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
I added stuff to the throne in case people want to listen it.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy.
I don't know, they seem to like making me have to do more hours.
There is, however, one...
They might get stuff on the throne and then say add more hours.
Oh yeah, if you want to add more hours with the stuff on throne too, yeah, that's fine.
Concerns have
I
been
just like
raised
toys
over
and
the supplies House Forton
Hmm.
has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restriction.
Foreign powers. Oh, you don't want to give us food?
I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
We can't work with you or join you, but I can make sure to keep giving you lots of stuff.
No, you would not.
Ah, there it is. We would be in your debt. No, you would
There has
not.
been a flurry of Dravanian activity. However,
Astral since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright.
the Dragon Star
Midgard Somar! So that might be Durgans.
The fallen guardian of Silver Tier Fall.
Durgans?
Full many times have I gazed upon
Full many times have I gazed upon a dragon's corpse, still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our worlds might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. Can dragons be resurrected? Are they like a primal?
Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say.
We can't send knights because we don't have them.
So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to what?
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that.
Okay, so if the
I
dragon
regret that
moves...
we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but
If the dragon moves, we'll tell you, and you keep giving us food.
what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
Look, we can't do anything directly, but we can be really sneaky.
What is the meaning of this?
Chainmail ear covers.
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Again? You guys are bad at this.
Hard, my lord.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
You know, you just said you were going to send supplies. It's a bit inauspicious. Yay. There we go. Got pants. Alright, and now we'll get the machinist pants. We also have the camera that spoke was bad for its toll. Honestly, I think that the odds are conspiring against us. Go speak to Lord Harkonnen. Do-do-do-do-do. Even though I'm over here, I have to go all the way around the building. Vanya! Archifal! Tell me where it is so I can go and fight the new thing. Ice heretics attacked while Boulder Downs. It was an ambush. All the knights were safe, killed, and they stole all the stuff. There you go, so they obviously know what's going on. Let's hit one. If we act swiftly, we might be able to find stuff. Why don't you go there? Yeah, it's a good idea. Here's $5. Go do it. It's fair. Alright. Where are we going? Boulder down? Boulder dash? That's the way. Yeet! Up, up, and away! They are really making me do world traveling. Like, I am just bibbing and bobbing all over the place on this, you know, last 5 seconds before I'm able to go to a new area, finally. Obtain a bowl of soup. Okay. Why was I given a bowl of soup? Well, I should put the soup in the food tab. Anyways. Wait. I can't do that while I'm in the air. Of course not. Yes, that looks like a caravan that got wrecked. Obtained a Holy Lance. Huh, neat. Very pretty. Low level, but that's fine. Tip the wagon for good measure. Rude. Killed everybody, broke all the stuff, and tipped the wagon over because they're dicks. Oh, somebody lived. Never mind. They killed almost everybody. I like the chill music while I'm flying on the back of my eyeball. That's in here, probably? There he is. Hey, you, guy that didn't die. Pilgrims, so we thought, and then they shut up and then stabbed. They exchanged swords of Kunich, leaned forward as if to kiss him, and then he died. And then they knocked me out. Aha! I was right! Shiva. Yeah. I'm not walking. Dragonhead, go! I was right. Might be Shiva. We dealt with Leviathan and Ramu. Now it's apparently going to be time for Shiva. Everyone likes the snow, lady. Hey, Alpha Nerd. Yep. What news do you have? Betrayal, 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 betrayal. Have you not read a single line of this book? Shiva was a traitor, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Oh. Oh. Shiva fucked a dragon. Now, we can't know everyone to know about smut. Meh. Oh, they stole a bunch of crystals to summon Shiva. Well, Well, this should be fun. Our entire order will work to prevent this, including you, right? I mean, Bonnie? Yes. Oh, well, good. There I go. There's our sabatons. That's a boot. We're going to go looking for this stuff. Kitty. Whee. Alright, so we're gonna try and find these weirdos. And then probably that will bring us a dungeon. Likely it'll give us a Shiva dungeon. I don't really feel inclined to wait for that tonight if it does bring it up quick enough. But that'll be our next thing next time. Because we're about at the end for my night. Whee! Let's go talk to the man. The man with a plan. Who's up here? Means I have to go down here. Whee! There we go. Adrian Mole. Yes, this is more than welcome. Considering the resort, I dare say your timing can be better. Original crate, the guard appears to match the description. We're lost to them, so we're pretty sure these guys are them. Someone need a crystal praise? Trust yeah. We're going to help you, because you have no choice. Okay. I have to figure out how they get in here and keep sneaking away. Hey, tarot cards. The heretic mage. She's wearing blue, Dabudita. You got a summon Shiva? Alright. There's our Dragoon stuff. And then we'll get our machinist stuff. Guillaume. Mystery of how they remained undiscovered for so long was much our thoughts. Yeah, that was the guy that we found out was a dragon. Well, let's stay in the writing tradition. We have one possible heretic. Land as part of the eyesight, it'll take note of the movements. And upon recognizing their intent, it will warn the heretics. Alright. We're going to go and watch this guy and then follow him. Slowly. I could just fly above him. Let's see. Where is this? Ah, there's this guy, apparently. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I'm done. Go do the thing. Wow, they have the exact same face model, and so does this guy. It's a little lazy for a cutscene there, guys. Just a little. He's traveling through the southwest gate. Southwest? Oh, no, okay. Yep. Don't get too close. Be all sneaky way. I'm glad I don't have to actually, like, keep pace with it, because that would just be miserable. some games you do, and it's just the worst. There we go. He's following the road to the east. Isn't he supposed to be going this way? Oh well, it's fine. Up, up. Sir. Ah, that's a fate. We're just gonna ignore that. I'm hiding behind a tree. He can't see me. Oh, he running. Why he running? We're not doing that. Cool musical sting. We're not doing that. We're gonna follow this guy and get this knocked out. Up. Up. Yeah. Oh, no, it's just up there. That's fine. Where'd he go? He's gone. Dark words, dark deeds. Here he goes. We followed him all sneaky ways. Why are you late? Stand on the wall. I have duties for you know. His sole duty is to reinforce the Harris. But the temple knights are in Snowcloak. So what you bring to me, we already knew about it. Our comrades in Boulder Downs will use the tunnels dead before they know what's happening. Nodders. 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 Okay. Someone actually fighting that thing, or did they just get wailed on? Yeah, they're running away. Okay, report the Dremel. And because this is a foreign nation, it doesn't count as a sanctuary, so we're going to talk to him, get the next thing, and then we're going to go to taking a break somewhere. Because that's what's going to be it for the night. I still have not managed to force my way into Heavensward. Let's see. Yep, that's the one we want. The one for Machinist. Okay, well, we're going to go teleport to the place so I can make sure to get my bonus XP while I'm logged off. Oi, oi, oi! Have a good stretch. And anyways, I'm going to call it there for the night. So I will see y'all on Wednesday. Thank y'all for coming. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.